So, welcome to How to Create and Market an Ebook live training. For those of you that don't know me, I am Kivon. I am a serial entrepreneur and business coach, and I help aspiring and new entrepreneurs clarify, create, and construct their ideas to build legitimate businesses with a solid foundation. And what qualifies me to be here with you today is because I have an ebook. I wrote an ebook almost 2 years ago, and I have sold over 100 copies of my ebook, and I am still selling copies to this day. This is one of my signature products because everything that I teach, my coaching programs, my consultations, all go back to the 12 steps in this ebook. And no matter what you do in business, I believe that you have to start with these 12 steps. So, why write an ebook? I have 4 reasons for you why you should write an ebook. The number one reason is that an ebook can be used as a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is something that you give away for free or at an extremely discounted price as a part of your sales funnel. So it's the first thing that people come into contact with when they're interested in your services. The second reason is it can be used as a low-cost item in your sales funnel. You can upsell it, downsell it, and cross-sell it. The number 3 reason is it creates authority within your industry. Having an author title always puts people in a, oh my God, you wrote a book type situation. And they believe that you have authority over what you're teaching, because you should. If you decided to put it in a book and decided to teach other people, then you should be coming from an authoritative perspective. So people respect that in different industries, depending on whatever it is that you're teaching. Number 4, you can buy back your time with an ebook. Having a digital product is the cheat code. And this can be used for any industry, right? It is a cheat code because people can buy your ebook no matter what time of day or night, where you are. It is something that you had to create one time. So you've only invested something into it one time, and maybe over the course of time you've changed some things or rebranded or like something like that, but you've only had to create this one time, and people can continue to buy it over and over and over. And so guess what? You get back your time. You don't have to teach those things to them over and over. So I mentioned sales funnels, and I want to talk a little bit more about sales funnels since we're using ebooks as we're going to use ebooks as a lead magnet in your sales funnel. So a sales funnel actually looks like an upside down triangle. Like it actually looks like a funnel cup. And at the top of your sales funnel is going to be your lead magnet. That's something that you give away for free or low cost, right? In the middle of your sales funnel is going to be your mid-range item. So this item is not a high ticket item and it's not a low cost item, but it's the one that's in the middle and you want most people to buy, right? Because it's an average price and most people buy average price things. Next, you have your high ticket item and maybe an exclusive item or something that's VIP. Your ebook, which is at the top of the sales funnel, is going to get you invaluable information. So you're going to either give this away for free or for very, very cheap, and it's going to get you the email or phone number of people that you want to market to. And I say that this is invaluable because how else are you going to get this information from these people unless you, 1, steal it, or 2, they give it to you, right? And with this information, you can market to people every single thing on your sales funnel. But you started with the free thing. You gave them something. You gave them like, hey, I know I could charge for this. I know that this is valuable information that I'm giving to you. But what you're giving me as a business owner is something that's even more invaluable, because not only can I sell you my ebook, I can sell you my mid-range item. I can sell you my high ticket item. And because you're on my email or my text list, well, I can offer you exclusive and VIP options within my offerings. And you would have never been able to offer this to people without getting their information. You can also use your ebook in your sales funnel as an upsell or downsell. So upsell, you want to take them from that low cost or free item and then upsell them to whatever your mid-range or high ticket item is, right? But because this is something that is going to be signature to you, you can downsell people too. So if you are a service provider, if you have coachings or consultations, or you have different packages, you can always say, hey, don't forget to get my ebook, because that's the starting point of whatever it is you teach. If you are a product-based business, and let's say you sell hair care products and you have a whole line of luxury hair care products that may be expensive, but people don't know, how to properly wash their hair or properly take care of their hair or properly use these products. Well, because they bought them, you can say, hey, don't forget to download my free ebook, which teaches how to do this. So once again, you're bringing them back into your sales funnel. I hope this is making sense. I mentioned that this is applicable to any and every industry, and I mean this because an ebook is something that where you find a problem, you find a solution. Your ebook is a solution to their problem. So what you want to do with this ebook is create a how-to guide, and you want to answer common questions that are often asked in your industry. So we'll start with the problem solution type of ebook. First, you want to identify a problem, right? Whatever problem it is that you find, you want to identify that and stick to one. Not all the problems in your industry. You just want to find one. And then you want to let your audience know that you understand the problem. For example, I have an ebook. It's a 12-step guide on how to start your own business, right? I realized that the problem was a lot of people didn't know how to start a business. I let people know that I understood them. I understand what your problem is. It resonates with me and I can relate. And then you want to give them solutions to the problem. Okay, so here's the solution. These are the steps that you follow to eradicate the problem. And then you want to give your audience the choice to choose from the best solutions in there. So yeah, I believe that my 12-step guide is the answer to people's problems when it comes to starting a business. However, they don't necessarily have to just use my book, because I give other resources and other tools that they can use to solve their problem. But I identified it, I let them know that I understood it, and I gave them a solution. In this how-to guide, whether it be mine, yours, or whoever's, you want to create a strategy, right? So you want to write in verbiage that speaks directly to your reader. In everything that I do in business, I always teach people to know your target audience, have a brand persona or an ideal client, so that you know how to speak to them. Because if I am Rolex and I speak to my customers a certain way, that might not be the same way that a brand like Tom's would speak to their customers, or a brand like Apple, or let's say Disney. Like, all of those different brands speak to their audiences in very different ways. And they know how to relate to their audience based on the verbiage that you're using. Now, I'm not gonna get too much into that because that's dealing more with copyright, but you want to make sure that you speak in a way that your audience is going to retain. Next, you want to use bullet points and numbered lists. That way your audience or your reader feels like you're walking with them hand in hand and you're not leaving them behind. Like, these are the steps and I'm breaking it down for you. They don't have to read between the lines or try to figure out what it is you're trying to say. Next, you want to be specific and label each stage so people can know that they're making progress. When you speak in just a drawn out way, people don't always know if they're making progress. They're just like, okay, well, I'm doing all of this, but where did I start? Or how far am I from the starting point? Or how far am I from the finish line? So you want to be specific and hold their hands and get them through this. Next, you want to make sure you write things step by step and in order. You do not want to skip any steps of the solution that you're giving them. and you want to make sure that it's in order. And give them usable resources that they can use to get to each step. For example, if you're teaching people how to invest in cryptocurrency, right? And you're like, oh, you got to go get a wallet, and then after you get this wallet, you put it on this platform, and then you buy the crypto. Well, to me, someone who knows nothing about crypto, I'm like, well, I'm trying to learn, but that doesn't say anything to me. I don't understand what that means. What is a wallet, right? So if you're teaching this, you want to break this down. How to invest in cryptocurrency. Well, there's different platforms where you can purchase cryptocurrency on, but some of the currencies can only be purchased through a wallet. A wallet is X, Y, and Z. These are the type of wallets that there are. This is where you can find a wallet. Once you find a wallet, you can put your US dollars on this wallet and transfer them to different types of cryptocurrency. Once you have that in the wallet, then you can use the wallet on these platforms. Once you get on the platform, then you can search different cryptos and then you can purchase it through the wallet. Like, you want to be very, very detailed. And when you teach people these things, and teach them step by step and in order, and use words that they understand. Always speak to people in 3rd to 5th grade language. If you start using words that people don't understand, you've lost them. You don't have to use big words to teach people anything. If a 5th grader can understand it, anybody can understand it. Also, I mentioned answering common questions. So what are common questions that are asked in your industry? Like, if you are a chef, for example, people want to know, like, oh, how do I get into catering, or how do I get into, private dining? Those are 2 different things, right? But you may have the answer to it. So like I said before, you pick one thing to talk about, and then you explain it. You answer those common questions that people have specific to the topic that you've chosen, and answer in long format. Here, short and sweet does not cut it. You need to answer people in run-on sentences, in long format, and just give them the juice. Give it all to them. Give it all to them. Be very clear and detailed, and explain your position, because not everybody has the same position. But if you're creating authority with this ebook and you're showing yourself as an expert, you want to explain your position, why you stand in your position, because you've experienced it, you understand them as the reader, and so you want to let them know that you get it. When you get ready to create your ebook, you want to create an outline, and I'm going to give you some steps to creating your outline. First, you want to create a title. Your title should be attention grabbing or catchy, and you want to make sure it matches your audience needs. So I'll use my ebook for example. If I'm teaching people how to start, if people are looking for something to how to start a business, then that's what I'm teaching. That's what it matches your needs. But if I say, oh, I'm teaching a ebook on how to start a business, but I'm talking about taxes or something like that, then that's a waste. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't match my audience needs. You also want to think about how it may fit into your buyer's journey, because we talked about the sales funnels, right? So like, where in your buyer's journey should they purchase your ebook? Should it be at the beginning, at the end? Like, how are you teaching them? Is it for beginners? Is it for advanced? Is it for people that are just like kind of caught in the middle? Make sure you know where your ebook or what you're teaching, make sure you know where it's falling in line with where they are in their journey, or whatever industry that you're in. Next, you want to focus on your chapters. This is where you come in with have a table of contents, have a captivating introduction, or you can talk about yourself or talk about your journey and how you got to the point of creating this ebook for them. Make sure your chapters flow step by step and in order, and each chapter should be broken down into 3 to 5 key points with the conclusion, and your final page should be a call to action. So you should be telling them what you want them to do once they're done reading this ebook. You are the authority here. So you tell them, hey, download X, Y, and Z after this, or use this book to do X, Y, and Z. Always make sure you have something for them to do afterwards. When you are creating your cover for your ebook, make sure that you have brand colors that match your brand messaging. Always use bold text and quality images. I always suggest that people use the color emotion wheel. If you don't know what that is, I would say Google it. And it has the colors of the rainbows and what emotions that get people to buy things of that color. Google it. It is definitely beneficial and I think worthwhile. So here's a few places that you can design your ebook. Canva, as well as Adobe. There's a couple different ebook formats that I'm going to share with you. One is PDF. The other is .epub. The other is Mobi. And then there's an Amazon format. So these formats do different things. For example, PDF format can be sold on different platforms like iBook Store, Kindle. It has a fixed layout and it can be easily shared with other people if you don't put a security on it and make sure that people can't share it. ePublisher is also one that is widespread and used on a lot of different platforms. It's supported on, I believe, all platforms. Amazon can really only be used for like Amazon Kindle. So this is something that you want to pay attention to depending on what publishing platform you use. If you're going to self-publish or if you're going to use another publishing platform, like be sure of what type of file you're downloading or what type of file that your reader is going to download, because based on what they're using, if they're using a laptop, a Kindle, a tablet, they may not be able to download your product. I always recommend PDFs because PDFs can be downloaded on virtually any tablet, computer, whatever they have. So you won't have an issue with that or try to find a different format for them. Here's a few publishing platforms that I recommend for your ebook. Canva, Blurb. I really like Blurb because they copyright it. KDP Kindle, Adobe, and Beacon. And I'm going to repeat that so you guys can write that down. Canva, Blurb, KDP Kindle, Adobe, and Beacon. And you can self-publish your ebook on theirs, download it, and begin to sell it or give it away for free. Now we're going to get into ways to market your ebook. The first thing that you must know that I have said in this webinar, and I'm going to always say, is to know your target market. Once you know your target audience, you can market anything. A few ways that you can market this ebook is by posting the cover with a captivating caption that's going to draw people in and say, "Ooh, I want to read that," or "I want to listen to it," if you offer it in audiobook style. Secondly, you can discuss pain points of your audience and how your book is the solution. So there's always pain points in every single industry. And if you draw those out of people, like the biggest mistakes of X, Y, and Z, and show how your ebook can help them overcome those mistakes, they'll feed right into it. Create content around sections of your book. Choose a chapter, take a few bullet points from that chapter, create 10 to 15 different types of content, and draw people in that way. You could do a virtual book tour. You could do it on Zoom. You can do it on IG Live. You can do it via Eventbrite. Do a virtual book tour. Like, why not? Invite people, read a few chapters, talk to people about, once again, their pain points, get to know your audience and what they think about your ebook, and market it that way. And then that way you're able to get testimonials and social proof, so that people do begin to trust you, not based on just the fact that you have an ebook or just the fact that you said you're trustworthy. Now they have other people that have said, "Oh no, this person is trustworthy and I trust what they're saying in this book, and I'm going to take their advice." So yeah, that is how you create and market an ebook. I'm going to go with a quick little recap. Why you should write an ebook: because it gives you, you're able to buy back your time. It can be a part of your sales funnel, and it creates passive income for you. Use your sales funnel, know your funnel, build your funnel, work your funnel. Apply this to any industry that you're in. Always think of the problem and solution aspects and teaching people how to do something or how to overcome something within your industry. Answer the common questions that people in your industry have. Create an outline for your book, and it's simple to design it. And then just market it. Know who you're speaking to and market it. And if you haven't yet, I recommend that you go grab a copy of my ebook, because I hold your hand and walk you through the process of starting your business. So if you've just started or you're thinking about starting, go ahead and grab it. I promise you won't miss any steps to starting it. For those of you that, like I said, don't know me, you can always contact me on Instagram, via email, Facebook. I am always available.